Hello, my name is Charlie Brown. I am a retired United Methodist minister. Well, I'm kind of retired. Some people say I flunked retirement. I retired last July and immediately began serving a very small United Methodist church in North Alabama. And it's just right for me in retirement. So anyway, for many years now, I have used Microsoft devices to assist me in my ministry. Microsoft laptops and desktops when I was just using it mostly as a word processor. And more lately, when Microsoft came out with a device called the Surface, I switched to that device. I got a Surface XT soon after they came out. Then the device you see on my left in this video, a Surface 3, followed by a Surface Pro on the right. The Surface 3 and the Surface XT used an abbreviated form of Windows, but were good devices. They stopped using the abbreviated form of Windows after the Surface 3, and when it was time to replace my Surface 3, I got the Surface Pro, which uses a full version of Windows 10. And one of the reasons that I use these devices is because of my ability with them to use Microsoft Word and other Microsoft Office products, which I've used in my ministry for a long time. And therefore, a lot of the work I've done over the years is stored on the Microsoft cloud. The Surface 3 that you see was a good device, but one of the problems that I had with Surfaces was, number one that many people have. You buy the tablet, and then you have to buy the type cover, and that costs extra, but still lower than a lot of other devices with those combined. But my problem with that is that the type covers and the chargers for Surfaces turn out to be devices that need to be replaced every so often. My Surface 3, the type cover that I bought with it initially lasted probably a year and a half or 2 years. A friend of mine who worked with these devices, he gave me a brand new another type cover, and it lasted a while too. The chargers, my Surface Pro, while we're on type covers, it's on its second type cover, and the chargers are also devices that have to be replaced. You can expect to have to replace them. The Surface Pro, what's now the Surface Pro 7, which would be the up-to-date device of this version, they use a bayonet style of charger that is proprietary to Surface, and they just don't last. They don't hold up. You have to replace them. And so my Surface 3, one thing that I was able to get for it at one point was a docking station, and the docking station for the Surface 3 serves also as a charger. Now, that docking station has lasted very well, but they don't make a similar docking station for the Pro versions, and so you're stuck replacing the chargers over and over and over again. So recently, I take my device everywhere I go, and I guess I'm not as careful with it as I need to be. So my Surface Pro had a cracked screen, has a cracked screen on this side. You really can't tell it, but I was worried that just when I needed it on a Sunday morning, it would not be able to be used. So I knew I needed to replace it. I thought about the Surface Pro 7, a good device, same size. Not a whole lot of differences between the Surface Pro 7 and the Surface Pro. It would just be the most up-to-date version of it. And I felt that I would still continue to have to replace the charging devices and the type covers. The Surface Pro 3, or excuse me, the Surface 3 is a little smaller than this. I think it had a 12.1-inch screen. I think the Surface Pro and the Surface Pro 7 have, I believe it's an 11.5, 11.6-inch screen. And so one of the reasons that I use Microsoft Works, which comes with these devices, enables me to do my writing of my work, my Bible studies, and my sermons, and so I write them on Microsoft Works, and then when I get ready to present them, I can convert them to what's called read mode, and then I can change pages with the touch of a finger. So I will place one of these on my pulpit, and that way I'll be able to make my presentation from my notes. So that's the reason I like these devices. So in looking for a new device to replace the Surface Pro, I looked at the Surface Pro 7. I didn't really look at the Surface Pro X that they have out right now. I did look at a Surface Book. I was interested in the Surface Book for a couple of reasons. Number one, the screen it's more like a laptop. The screen does come loose from the keypad, but in this one, everything's in the tablet part. And in the Surface Book, a lot of the battery and everything else are in the base. There's also a battery in the tablet part. You can use the tablet for maybe 2 hours. And it has a larger screen. That was one of the things. I'm getting old, and I like a larger screen. So let me show you what I have switched to this time. I can figure out how this works. What I'm using now is a Lenovo Yoga C. Lenovo Yoga C 740 15. It's a 15. Whoa, watch where your fingers are there, Charlie. It's a 15.6-inch screen, which I wanted because it's bigger, and that means it's bigger, and that means I can put the same number of words on the screen, but have the font be larger, and I can see it better, and that helps me, or I think it will. The thing that I enjoy with the Microsoft compatible devices, as I said, I enjoy using Microsoft Works, and especially Microsoft Word. I use a program called Chordal. And Chordal is a program that I use because I play the guitar. I play hymns and all types of music, actually. And what this does for me, let's see if I can, there's a song, and I can put that one on the screen because I wrote it, it's mine, and therefore I'm not breaking any copyrights. Song I wrote for my dad when he passed away. And so the words and the chords for the songs are there. And I really like that program. I also use, as a Bible study program, I use a program that I don't see here right now. I use a program called Pocket Bible, and I'll have to get it up on this screen. But Pocket Bible is a great little program for doing Bible studies, and that's what I do with it. And you can let's see if I can pull it up on the Pro. I can have multiple versions of the Bible up on a screen at the same time, and that enables me to, and that's usually what I do. I'll have the King James Version and another version on the screen at the same time so I can study them side by side. And then I can go here and I can also look at the Greek or Hebrew, in this case Hebrew, word to see what it might have meant. So I like that. I like so I like having access to the Microsoft apps, and I like having access to Microsoft Works. They help me. And the screen is brighter on the Lenovo. It has a bigger battery. I haven't been able to tell much about battery life yet. I've had this about a week. A lot of people do those neat unboxing videos. Listen, it came in a box, and it was a box, and in it was this computer that you see here, and this charger that you see here, which uses USB-C instead of the bayonet. So were the charger to need to be replaced, I could replace it with another USB-C charger. The surfaces come with a USB port and with some kind of a video port, but you have to use a video converter to turn that video port and use it for video. I've never bought the video converter because I didn't need it. But so the Lenovo comes with two regular USB ports, and on this side there are two regular USB ports, and the little light denotes that that's where the power switch is. And then on the other side there are two USB-C ports that are lightning ports. It has a backlit keyboard, and the keyboard has a digipad that I do sometimes use. I'm still getting used to the changes in the methodology or the layout of the keys, but I'm liking the device. And basically, what I was looking for was something. This is not a tablet; it's a laptop computer, as you can see. Oh. And so I was hoping, let's see if I do this, maybe I can. What this device does, it's called a 2-in-1. And so you can fold it all the way back on itself, and then you have a device similar to a tablet, and I can lay that on my pulpit or lectern or whatever I'm using right then, and so far, as near as I can tell, it works just fine. The Lenovo C 740 15 comes with 16 megs of RAM. The Pro comes with 8. You can get 16, but it's a lot more expensive. The other device that I looked at in terms of surfaces was the Surface Book. Again, to get it with 8 megs of RAM, it's still about $300 more than this computer was. This computer was $1,049. And then you don't have the screen brightness. You still don't have as many ports as this has. This also has, let's see, let me look at it has a terabyte of hard drive. It has integrated graphics. It uses a pen. One of the other 2-in-1 devices I looked at, and really the only other 2-in-1 device that I looked at seriously was a Samsung. The Samsung came with an internal pen, but it was the same pen, if you want to call it that, that comes in my Samsung telephone, and it's about the size of a coffee stirrer and flat. And so when I purchased this, I also purchased a pen that's about the size of a Bic pen. It's a little bigger and easier to use, and I don't use the pen a lot, but I use it enough, I think, that I wanted to get one. That pen was $30, so I didn't have to pay extra for a keyboard, and the $30 seemed quite reasonable for the pen. The Surface pen usually retails for around $100. So, and I've usually kept one of those with my Surface devices. So, as I say, I really think I'm going to like this. One of the things that caused me to buy it too was the extended warranty. The extended warranty on the Lenovo was not as expensive as a Surface's extended warranty or as a Samsung extended warranty. And the extended warranty on the Lenovo is an on-site warranty. So if it breaks for the next 3 years, they're supposed to come to my house and fix it. I don't have to wait around for me to ship it back and them to ship me something back or ship it back to me. They will send somebody to my house to fix it or replace it. So I like that on-site version of the warranty. It was not very expensive at all compared to other 3-year warranties, and it's also warranted against me foolishly dropping it or anything of that nature. So I'm still using a Microsoft related device. I'm still using the same programs I was using before. I'm happy, I think, but this is the way I chose to go this time. Who knows? Next time, maybe another Surface of some sort. But I'm really happy with the choice I made this time, and I hope y'all are happy with the choices you make. As a minister and a Southerner, I like to combine those facets of my personality, and the word shalom is a wish for you of God's peace. And because I come from the South, I like to say shalom, y'all. Have a great day.